Twitch is dead. It's just a matter of time, in my opinion. Twitch has lost its identity. It's lost its way. Twitch is a gaming streaming platform. Twitch got big for gamers streaming on their platform. The biggest streamers on Twitch are still gamers, or are gamers, or at the very least are gaming adjacent. I think, here's the thing, Twitch really blew up when Amazon acquired them and applied, your Amazon Prime free subscription. We know that, and it's been widely reported, that Twitch has not made money and is a net loss for Amazon. So what happens in a world where Amazon says, we don't want this brand tied to us anymore, let's cut it loose? What happens? Unless a Microsoft steps in or Sony steps in, or I think a major gaming entity, maybe you get a Google or an Apple or something that wants to be big in gaming, steps in, I don't see Twitch being where it was during its peak. I believe Twitch peak was during COVID, which makes sense. Everybody was home then. But think about, there was no really competition. Yes, there was Mixer, but YouTube hadn't yet jumped into the streaming space in a big way with a focus like it has now, where you've got like a Dr. Disrespect, for instance, over on Twitch. You've got a Ludwig over exclusively on Twitch, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And they didn't have the features at all. They still don't have a lot of the features that Twitch. What they don't have, which Twitch does have, is the community, the donation community. With the same amount of streamers, for instance, on Twitch and on YouTube, you're getting way more donations. On Twitch. It's not even close. They've just done a really good job with that. But they're losing their identity. And this story underscores that streaming also is just not what it used to be. I also think that discovery on Twitch is terrible. I mean, I don't think that. Everyone thinks that. It's a reality. Discovery on Twitch sucks. It just does. So here's a headline over at PCGamer.com. Twitch relaxes about nudity after viral topless streams. Says you can be sexy on stream as long as, quote, it's artistic or fictionalized. Does that definition does every pornography ever made not fall under those two categories, right? Are they not all artistic and fictionalized? And this is where I think this to me, first of all, I would love to know if you agree with me. Do you think this marks the beginning of the end? I think that the writing's been on the wall for a little while. I just think Twitch is mismanaged. I think Twitch is ran by people they've not set clear rules. There's often confusion around rules. In fact, the first paragraph here is about, if there's one thing the Hot Tub Med of 2121 taught us, it's that Twitch policies around nudity can be incredibly confusing for everyone involved, including Twitch itself. Here's the thing, though. Twitch's rules are incredibly confusing, period. Like, there's no clear delineation there, right? And especially in a world where you've got YouTube wanting to jump into the game. And YouTube, despite its flaws, YouTube is not perfect at all. YouTube has its biases. YouTube has some confusion there. YouTube is infinitely better with its rules than Twitch. It's not even close. YouTube actually seems to be trying to be responsible, to be trying to have clear bright lines around what is and is not acceptable on their platform. Twitch just doesn't. Twitch is just not there. The other thing is, when you go browse Twitch, you go to any category, for instance, go to Fortnite and go look at, let me show you what's unhealthy. Let's do this here real quick. Let's go Twitch. Hold on. We're going to do this live. Twitch.tv. All right, there we go. So let's go and let's go to browse and let's pick Fortnite, for instance. Okay, and let's viewers high to low. Okay, so first of all, I did this one time for fun. So first of all, you've got the top streamers here, 10,000, 7,000, 4,000, 3.82. You know what I mean? These guys are big boy streamers right here. But then when you scroll down, and you got a lot of people streaming. You got thousands and thousands of people streaming. You reach this point where you don't even reach like 100 streamers, and now we're under 10. Now we're under 7. Right now we're under 4. Hold on. We'll keep going. Now we're to 1. So every single person here has 1 viewer, and this is probably their own, them watching themselves here. Look at this. Look at 1 viewer. And we could scroll forever. One time I did this, and I tried to estimate based on the amount of lines, and I never got to the end of Fortnite how many people were streaming, not just to 1 viewer, to 0 viewers. And it was tens of thousands of people. That's not a healthy platform. That's not a healthy platform at all. And I think this is a much bigger problem. When you think about it, Twitch is basically, how do I say this artfully or correctly? Okay, I'm going to be very sloppy with my language here. Twitch is basically a Ponzi scheme. And I don't mean literally. It's not literally a Ponzi scheme, but look at this. You have the vast majority of the users on your platform streaming to nobody with hopes of becoming big, with hopes of making a lot of money. Now, not everyone is streaming that. Some people are streaming just because they enjoy it, or they're practicing, or they're trying to do something. But that's not the promise. That's not the majority of these people. The majority of these people, and how many have we passed? Just on this screen, we've passed hundreds. Well, maybe not hundreds, because we're only doing 3 rows at a time. And there's not, like, Twitch is delayed here. Look at, it's delayed on it going down. But you have the vast majority. This is the same with almost any game on this platform. Nobody down here will ever be discovered. Period. On YouTube, you could drop a video and each one of these people would get more views than what they're getting here, because YouTube is just a giant search engine, and then quality rises to the top instead of gimmicks. Because of the lack of searchability, because of the lack of discoverability, I think you have streamers on Twitch doing the most extreme stuff, like nudity, for instance, and then you have Twitch not creating clear rules around it. So I think this is the beginning of the end for Twitch. I felt this way for a while. This, to me, when I saw this news story, I saw this dropping yesterday and happening in the clarifications, I thought that there it is. All it's going to take, honestly, is for Amazon to say no more. And Twitch takes a massive hit, because that Amazon Prime sub, that free sub that you can gift to a creator, is absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. And I think it's just a matter of time before Amazon says, yeah, I think we're done with you, Twitch. Maybe not. Maybe Amazon gets involved and says, hey, we're going to make this professional. I think the time has passed, though, for that. I think there's too many other things. So here we go. Here's the new policy right here. There's a new set of sexual content guidelines that are a bit more forgiving and a little less Puritan. Since saying, hey, no nudity on your platform equals puritanical, like PC Gamer, come on, man. With new carve-outs for previously prohibited content and allowances for, quote, artistic depictions of nudity. Oh, man. Again, literally every pornography on the planet is an artistic depiction of nudity. Like, come on. The platform announced that some types of content that was previously verboten on the service would now be allowed if it had the correct labels attached. That includes content, quote, content that deliberately highlighted breast, buttocks of pelvic region, even when fully clothed, as well as drawn, animated, or sculpted, fully exposed female presenting breast and or genitals or buttocks, regardless of gender. And so it's just, I think they've lost their identity. I think that they've lost their way. I don't think they know who they are. And I think it's a shame, because Twitch at its prime was so much fun to watch. I used to have Twitch streams all the time up while working, just watching. Now I have YouTube videos of past streams of people that I watch. I think that's a much better way to do it. I think that there's a platform for people that want, quote, artistic or fictionalized nudity. And that's called OnlyFans. That's called Pornhub. That's called, I don't know, List. Go down your list. Insert your favorite website there. And I think by Twitch allowing this on their platform, I think it very much undermines what made Twitch great in the first place. And I think, you're already you already saw streamers, try to push the boundaries, and let's be honest. I mean, good for them. They're getting news. They get news. They get clicks. They get eyeballs on their stuff. It makes them more famous. They're able to go viral. But I think it takes away from quality streams and streamers. I think it takes away from the platform entirely. I think what made Twitch so cool is that it was focused on gamers. It was, for the first time, a gamer outside of like G4, for instance, back in the day, for the first time, a gamer had a place to go and to watch and be entertained by other gamers. And I think it's lost its identity and lost its way in that respect. Maybe I'm overstating it though. Maybe not. I would like to know what you think, if you agree with me or not. Let's take some questions here. I wrote down a few questions that I think are worth considering. The future of online streaming, I think, is one of them. What do these changes signify about the future of online streaming? Are we witnessing a broader trend towards more liberal content policies across streaming platforms? I don't think so. I don't think YouTube is going to do something like this. I literally think that this is just Twitch losing its way. I think Twitch has notoriously not been good at setting boundaries and rules. And when they do them wrong. And when they do them very heavy-handedly. They expose bias a lot of times. I think they've just done it wrong. And in a world where, a YouTube exists, I think in a world where a Twitter exists and is starting to jump into the stream game, I think TikTok, I think there's just too much competition now for that if you're not going to be great at one thing, you're going to be mediocre at a lot of things. And I think that's what Twitch is falling into. No, I don't think it's a broader trend towards content policies like this. I think this is unique to Twitch. Impact on Twitch's audiences. So how might Twitch's new content guidelines affect its diverse user base, from young gamers to family-oriented viewers? Could this lead to a significant shift in the platform's demographic? I think we've already seen a shift in the platform's demographic, and I think we will continue to see that shift. Absolutely. I know that I have kids. I have young kids, children, and I would never let them watch Twitch ever. I will let them watch YouTube. The YouTube does a pretty good job of curating children-friendly content. Twitch, never, ever, 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 ever would I let my kids watch Twitch. Now, when they're older and they want to watch it, and yes, that's great. But right now, as a child, no, not watching Twitch. So you're definitely missing out on the kid demographic. And if we've learned anything from Nintendo, we learned that kids never go out of business. So I think it's a foolish move on that front. Competitive landscape shift here. Will Twitch's policy changes give a competitive advantage to other streaming platforms? Yes, with stricter content rules. Yes. Could we see a mass migration from streamers and viewers to platforms like YouTube or Facebook Gaming? I don't think Facebook Gaming, but YouTube, absolutely. I think YouTube, here's the thing with YouTube. YouTube seems not in a rush to implement features that Twitch has. YouTube seems very methodical. Too methodical, in my opinion, too slow to implement some features on the streaming side that would be a game changer in my mind, which is unfortunate. But I do think we will see. I do think these platforms have a competitive advantage. Absolutely. I think TikTok has a competitive advantage. I think Twitter has a competitive advantage. I think Instagram has. I think every content platform out there right now today has a competitive advantage over Twitch, because Twitch has lost its identity. The end. But seriously, I would love to know what you guys think. Let me know. This is not an Xbox news story, but back in the day on the Xbox One, when you could stream directly to Twitch, I remember doing that and being pushed, and then Xbox jumped in with Mixer. So streaming has been such a huge part of the Xbox landscape, of the gaming landscape, of the console gaming landscape here for a decade or more. It's a shame. And I think we're going to see evolutions, and I think this opens things up, and I think it's just a matter of time before we see Amazon say, I think we're done with you, Twitch. I really strongly think that. I just don't see where it fits in its portfolio. I think it's lost its identity. And I think this rule is foolish. Again, every pornography film, every porno film out there is artistic and fictionalized. Like, that's just the reality. So this is a foolish rule. Would love to know what you think. Let me know in the comments below. Is this the end of Twitch? Am I overstating it? Is Twitch, is this just, maybe this is just the beginning of Twitch and I don't see it. Maybe I'm just being, a square here. How does PC Gamer put it? Maybe I'm being too puritanical here on this. Let me know in the comments if you like this video, if you like hanging out and talking games. This is the channel for you. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. Love hanging out with you guys. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.